Welcome to this edition of The Forum. I'm your host, Sheila Evans. We have a great show in store for you today with an outstanding lineup of guests. We get our show started today by talking with Jessica Elliott, New Hanover County Schools Instructional Specialist, and Bo McCaffrey, Student Support Coordinator. They will tell us about this year's Teacher Trot taking place on May 2nd. Then Malik Gordon, a sixth grader from DC Virgo Preparatory Academy, joins us. He's the youngest filmmaker to be showcased in Wilmington's Black Film Festival and will tell us all about his experience. And finally, we sit down with April Morey Query. She's our regional representative with the College Foundation of North Carolina. She will discuss ways people can plan and pay for college. We've got a great edition of The Forum for you today, and we'll get started right after this short break.
Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Tommy's a really good kid. He's really helpful around the house. He loves to play with his friends. He loves school, too. He's real smart. My Tommy would never even think about trying alcohol. Isn't that right, sweetie?
Real kids are curious about alcohol. 40% try it by the 8th grade. Talk early, talk often, get others involved.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
I am joined by Jessica Elliott on my close left and Bo McCaffrey on my far left. Jessica is an instructional specialist with New Hanover County Schools, and Bo is a student support coordinator. Here today to talk about the Teacher Trot. Tell us what it is, Jessica.
The Teacher Trot is a 5K that we have started and a fun run that we have started for the district. And it is held each year. This will be our third year. It is held each year at the Ashley High School track. Okay. This year it's going to be May 2nd. Start time's 8 a.m. for the fun run, and then the 5K will be right after that.
Okay, and that's a Saturday?
That is a Saturday, yes.
Okay. Bo, tell us why you started to do this.
About 3-4 years ago, I really want to give credit to Jessica and Dr. Markley. I think it was their simultaneous brainstorm that they just realized that this would be a good way to unite the New Hanover County Schools community into a constructive activity.
Very nice. Where do the funds go that are raised?
The funds, they all go back to the schools.
Good.
Schools that have a team that participates, we split every bit of the proceeds between those schools, and it goes all to staff and student wellness. Nice. So lots of different initiatives that the schools are taking on with that money.
About how many people are you expecting?
We should be, we're hoping to get more than last year. Last year we had about 625, 650, and we are hoping that it'll be even more, because the more people we get, the more money that's raised for the schools.
And just to make it clear, it's for anybody that wants to help and support the school
community,
system.
We definitely, yes,
okay.
Everybody.
Bo, tell us what makes this one different than the other billion races we have here in Wilmington.
Right. Well, we're really targeting the school community, and when we say the school community, we're not just talking about students and staff, we're also talking about parents. And you've heard a lot in the news over the years about the need for increased physical activity. This really fits in with the mission of our school system in several ways. We have a school health advisory council that's constantly seeking ways to improve the health of our school community, so this fits that mission.
Jessica, where do people go to register?
New Hanover County Schools website. It's right there on the main page of the website, and they just click that on and follow the instructions.
Okay. Cost?
It is $10 for the fun run, and a t-shirt's included with that.
Oh, wow, you can't beat that.
Right. And that's a 1 mile, 4 laps around the track.
Okay.
So that everybody can watch, and people that are doing 5K can also watch and their kids or others. The 5K itself is $15 for students.
Okay.
Includes a t-shirt as well. And then for all others, it's $25. And then race day registration is $30.
And is it timed and all that stuff?
It is. It's chip timed. It's a certified course. Wheelchairs, strollers, everything. We have a ramp in the one spot that needed that, and so anything can go on that course.
Does everyone start at the same time, or do you have the runners start first, then the walkers, strollers, etc.?
Well, we try to encourage those that are going to be walking to go near the back, just because there's so many people, and there are some competitive runners out there. So we try to give the competitive runners a chance to be near the front, but really anybody. It just kind of starts at the same time with the 5K.
And can you bring pets?
You can definitely bring pets.
Oh, you can?
The track area, I'm pretty sure the track area, can you do it, the track area?
I'm not sure about
Okay.
that. I
Yeah, I'd
I
have
would
to check,
think we should say no in general.
Because of the
just
track area. There's
just
so many
because
people.
of the
Good
cleanup
question.
issues.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
people think they're taking their dog
Yes.
out and that kind of thing.
And there's a good incentive for the staff member to participate as well, because Dr. Markley will be out there participating. And anybody that beats him gets a week of being able to wear jeans to school.
Oh, wow. So is he a runner or a walker?
He's
He's a runner. And
Is
you'll
he?
be
Well,
you'll be identifying him because he's going to have a T-shirt on that's going to be pretty bright green that says "No jeans for you," unless you pass it.
there
then
you go.
get jeans.
I like that. Do y'all see a lot of families out there together doing this? A lot of kids?
Yeah.
I see a lot of the schools are really good at bringing their individual communities and including parents and students.
Did everybody participate last year?
We had every single school
Oh,
have
good.
somebody participate at
Good,
least.
good.
Not
And
all
you
the
expect
schools
it to be
teams.
bigger this year?
We hope so.
Are you a runner, Jessica?
I am a runner.
I have not quite yet done my first run, but the walking thing sounds
Yes.
good. You can't beat the cost of it.
Exactly. It's one of the lowest, cheapest ones around.
Yeah, I would
If
say.
I can jump in here, even
Sure.
if you aren't a runner but you've thought about it, you know, we've really stressed the couch to 5K, and if
Right.
you go online and you Google C2 5K, you'll find a great program that even I could follow to eventually be able to run a 5K.
Bo, it's on my phone. It is.
There you
And
go.
I'm a baby, I'll admit it. When it got cold, I kind of stopped at like week 8, but I just picked it up again at like week 4, so I can be ready
That's
for
part
the
of
month of
why.
May.
That's
just
part
wanted
of
to
why
be
we
able to
do
finish
May.
one. So folks, you can do it if I can, trust me. Can I say that I love running? Not really, but
You can always walk.
It's a healthy, well, I mean, but you know, you do feel good about it at the end of the time,
Yes.
you know, because it's amazing, and I agree that program's awesome. You know, I had tried another one and it didn't really work out so well, and but the C2, whatever it was,
C2 5K.
yep, I downloaded it on my phone. What else do you think the folks should know if they have questions about other details?
They can always contact either Bo McCaffrey or I'm Jessica Elliott, so you can contact either of us and we'll answer any questions. that
Have
they
any
may
other ideas about ways to increase wellness?
Well, we have a school health advisory council,
Mm-hmm.
and any listeners interested in being involved in that, contact me. We have a bi-monthly meeting. We meet every 2 months, and we're constantly looking for ideas to increase health and wellness of the community.
Very good. Well, thanks for joining us. Saturday, May 2nd.
Yes.
Go to the New Hanover County Schools website and click on the icon. They can find the information.
Definitely.
Excellent. We'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
Growing up backstage here at the Apollo Theater, I had some incredible teachers. I mean, they could show me a move and make it stick. Today, when teachers look for creative ways to reach a kid, they turn to cable in the classroom. With donated cable technology, teachers connect kids to a world of commercial-free educational programs. With free study guides and internet support, cable helps teachers make it stick. Nice moves, cable in the classroom.
Cable in the Classroom is the public service of Time Warner Cable.
Passing gas in the presence of others is not only inappropriate,
That is so foul.
it can be deadly. Passing gas releases a fog of carbon monoxide
Grandpa,
and other poisonous fumes that can contribute to asthma and pneumonia.
you're killing us over here.
Kids shouldn't be exposed to secondhand smoke. Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
What gets you moving?
Because when you get moving an hour a day,
You fuel your body,
and your mind,
whether you like to throw around the football.
play frisbee in the park,
Or dance in your room.
Moving every day helps give you a healthy body, and mine.
And that makes you part of a winning team. Hey, that was my line. Get up and play an hour a day, Doc.
Check out how to be a player at letsmove.gov.
Head online to get tips on great ways to get moving every day.
That's www.letsmove.gov.
My next guest is Malik Gordon, a 6th grader from DC Virgo Preparatory Academy. Malik, tell us about your film.
Well, there was a contest that I was participating at my school, and it was about who inspires you, and other students were doing famous people.
Okay.
And I decided to do my uncle because he served in the military, and he really, like, I was really proud that he did that, and I just wanted to make a film about him.
Well, tell us a little bit about him.
His name is Rodney.
Okay.
And he was in the Army.
Okay. What did he do in the Army?
Well, for his first term in the Army, he was like, how can I put it? He was like a soldier.
Okay.
And then his last term, he was like a scientist or something like that. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. How'd you get the idea to pick your uncle?
It's just, he's always talking about his time in the military and what he learned. So I decided that he would be a good person.
Does he teach you some of the stuff that he learned?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Does it make you think about the military?
Yeah.
Although you're only in 6th grade, so you have a long time to make that decision.
Yeah, I want to be in the military.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because you're proud of his service?
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn while you were making this film?
Oh, I learned a lot. I learned about my uncle. I learned a lot about the military.
Good.
And I learned what they have to go through, and
About how old is your uncle? Is he older, like gray hair older?
50-something.
Okay, okay, old like me. Okay. What'd you learn about filmmaking as you were doing this in the film industry?
Oh, well, it's very big here in North Carolina. And the studio, there's a huge film studio, like, somewhere around here in Wilmington.
Are you talking about Screen Gems? Yeah, down on 23rd Street? Did you get to go there? Did you think it was cool?
It was very cool.
Very cool?
Learned a lot about how it works and what they do in certain places, and I learned a lot about the film industry.
Who took you to the Screen Gems?
My teacher.
Very good. They probably like going too.
Yeah.
Did just you and the teacher go, or did some other students get to go?
Just me and the teacher.
Very nice. So you got some one-on-one attention from some folks.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. What other film techniques have you learned? Not sure about that one?
Yeah.
What type of film would you like to try to do next? Is this something you want to keep doing?
Yeah, but I want to make historical documentaries and stuff like that. I want to make stuff about history. I don't really want to do a fictional movie.
No comedies or anything like that?
No.
Do you already have some ideas of what kind of history you want to cover here in Wilmington, or are you thinking about history outside of Wilmington?
I'm thinking history of the world. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet.
Okay. So now, were you part of a film festival?
Mm-hmm.
And did that already happen, or is that going to happen? Is it just
already
at your
happened.
school? Tell me about it a little bit.
It was the North Carolina Black Film Festival, and we went to the Community Arts Center downtown.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they played my movie, and I got
Really?
to see some of the other movies.
Oh, was that fun for you?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So all these folks got to see your movie, and you're in 6th grade. People come up and congratulate you and tell you good job?
Yeah, all the time.
So your next history, you said you're interested in all kinds of history, including history of the world. Is there anything in Wilmington that you think you'd like to tackle next, or you're not sure?
Not really sure.
Well, May is Wilmington Historical Preservation Month, and there's a lot of free activities you could go to and learn a lot about our history. So that might be something you want to do. What do you do with your time outside of school?
Play sports.
What's your favorite subject in school? Does it happen to be social studies?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you get A's in that class?
No, ma'am.
Close?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the most interesting thing for you about history?
I just love learning about how our world was before me and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like to study the presidents? Yeah, I always find that interesting. Okay, Malik, well, thanks for stopping in, and congratulations on hanging out with the big folks and being at the film festival. That's awesome.
Thank
and good
you,
luck
ma'am.
in the future.
Thank you.
I'll be back in a few minutes right after these messages. Good.
We can all be more energy efficient. It's easy. Use energy-saving light bulbs. Energy Smart Power Strips. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Learn what you can do today at energy.gov/tink.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Spring break was awesome. Went to the church youth group, went to Mexicali. We just hung out with all the kids there, played football with them, giving them like piggyback rides and stuff. They were stoked, you know? We did this one skit, just kind of to break through the language barrier. We built them a kitchen. They needed a lot of stuff, you know, clothes, food, but honestly, dude, the major need was love. Just look on the kids' faces. I mean, that gives you just a hope right there. Such a better high, such a better feeling than just doing drugs. It's totally awesome.
I am joined by April Morey Query. She is the regional representative for the College Foundation of North Carolina, or CFNC. First of all, April, tell us what CFNC is.
College Foundation North Carolina is a website and a good amount of services that are provided to students, families, and schools in North Carolina to help them with the college planning process, career exploration, financial aid, and financial literacy information.
And tell us how that works. How does it help with the process?
Yes, so first off, there is the website, which is the bulk of who we are. And the website provides information for students to go in at any grade level, K through 12. And there's also resources for adult learners on the website to do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, to do career exploration. So maybe you have an adult who's returning to school or looking for a new career based on skills they already have. So they can research careers, they can take career assessments. High school students, for example, can keep track of their extracurricular activities and keep track of what they're doing, when they're doing it, how often they do it, if they hold a leadership role. They'll do their applications for most colleges in North Carolina on our website, as well as they can get a link to the FAFSA form and their scholarships on our website as well, and so on and so on. So it really is a wealth of resources for them. In addition to that, we have our toll-free number where they can call and actually speak to someone in a call center, either in Raleigh or at UNC Greensboro. We work with them and they can get questions answered. And then there's the 7 of us that work throughout the state to go in to the schools and do programs, kind of the boots on the ground.
So do you do that at night when parents can go, or are you looking for students?
I do both. I do both. Yeah, I would say it's probably about 50-50. So during the day when schools, usually the school counselors want us to come in and work with students in the computer lab, we'll work on CF&C, we'll have conversations about what college admissions officers are looking for.
Nice.
Just some general tips on your admissions essay, scholarship essays, how to search for scholarships, and I would say that the evening ones we do a lot of financial aid programs with parents.
Do you find the kids receptive to your suggestions? I mean, it's not coming from mom and dad, so maybe they actually listen.
Right, they do. What's interesting is I hear from the school counselors usually, you know, we've said the same thing to them, but when you have a fresh face come in, they suddenly are going, oh, you know, we didn't know this information. So they're usually pretty receptive, and I think they appreciate the time in the classroom, which is important for our schools to offer them that time in the classroom to do some of this, you know, and start to do some of their exploration for what they want to do after high school.
So you go in the computer lab with them and pull up the website and maybe help them navigate it and that kind of thing?
Yeah,
Awesome.
They'll make username and passwords, which they need those just to come back in and find the careers they saved, or if they started an application, they can come back in later and finish it. And I'll really do whatever the school is requesting. So sometimes they've never been on the website before, and other times the schools have had them on there several times, and we're you know, filling out college applications for the day.
Oh, nice.
So it just kind of depends on what their needs are. There's so many different stages that our students will be in this process. They could be a senior just beginning and saying, ooh, where do I start?
Yeah.
Or they can be a middle school student ready to fill out a college application then because they're so excited. So they're in all different stages of this process.
And do you guys go in by invitation, or do you make it a point to get into every school?
We go in by invitation, which still allows us into most schools. And usually we find that schools that aren't having us come in is just because they didn't find time that semester or that year, or they have a counselor that has been, you know, using CF&C for a long time, and they can navigate it pretty well.
Gotcha. When do you think families should start this whole process?
They really should start it very early on. We actually go into elementary schools and just to start talking about what do you want to be? What do you want to do for a career? We really want students to have goals. We want them to be motivated, and that starts really early on. If families haven't started and they're in high school and they really haven't started this whole process, then we really need to start thinking about getting involved with extracurricular activities, exploring those careers, having a pathway. We don't ask all 16, 17-year-old students to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their lives.
That was going to be my question.
Yes.
What do you do with that kid that says, I don't know?
I know.
What do you do?
Well, I make them take a career assessment to begin
Excellent.
with. We start there, and I want them to have a focus. Maybe they're very interested in technology, and they know they want to head that direction. Then we really want to look for institutions that have multiple technology programs, so that when they do narrow down what it is they want to do, they're not having to switch the college they're attending. So I really like them to have an area of focus, you know, and we'll even talk about things such as, you know, when you're in a classroom all day, do you feel really antsy, like you just want to get out, you want to talk to people, you tend to get in trouble a little bit, you know, for talking in class? Well, you're a very social person, and you should consider that when you're thinking about careers. So we try and have all kinds of conversation to make them understand that it's all hopefully connected.
Gotcha. Can you give us a quick overview of the financial aid options?
Yeah, so there is two types of financial aid. There's gift aid, and then there's self-help. Gift aid is free money for school. It's a gift. That's what most of us are hoping to get, and that's going to include grants and scholarships. That's really going to be applying for scholarships and filling out your FAFSA form. And then some colleges require the CSS profile, which they can get more information on the College Board website. So when we're applying for that gift aid, we really want to focus on scholarships. Our students, especially senior year, should be working with their school counselors at their high school because they're an excellent resource for scholarships. A lot of them have applications and can help them fill them out. And then our institutions offer a lot of scholarship money as well, so they need to be navigating those websites and seeing when their deadlines are, because deadlines are getting earlier and earlier.
True.
And then the FAFSA form, they should plan on filling that out after January 1st of their senior year, and they need to find out when their college's deadline is. Those are getting earlier and earlier as well. So, you know, we spend so much time being excited about the admissions process, and we should. Our students should get that admissions letter, and it should be one of the proudest days of their lives. But that kind of is just half the battle. We've really got to kind of finagle the financial aid side of things.
What about the self-help I think you called it.
Yeah, so self-help is really going to be student loans. That's going to be one side of it. So that is a form of financial aid, but of course it's not free money. That's kind of the college side of self-help. The family side of self-help is going to be out-of-pocket savings, 529 college savings plan, those types of things. So it's money that we have that we're kind of assisting with on our side. That wasn't a gift. That wasn't free money.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, April, thanks for coming in and reminding us what CFNC is.
Yes,
and
anytime.
good work helping those students find
Thank
out what
you.
they need to be doing. I'll be back in a few minutes, just after these messages.
When I was a kid growing up, I actually was bullied so bad I had to leave school in 8th grade and go to another school.
A safe space is a place where nobody judges you.
Where you're safe from bullying or from anything that you think is bad and that you don't want to go through, or your friends or your family.
Every student deserves
To have a safe space at school.
We need to put an end to bullying now.
Please visit safespacekit.com. Help us put a safe space kit in every school in America.
Carl Sandburg won the Pulitzer Prize for his 6-volume biography of Abraham Lincoln, but he is best known as a poet of the people. His jobs as a milk delivery boy, a house painter, and a newspaper reporter helped him capture in his poetry the thoughts, feelings, and experiences of everyday life. This background in literature has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Oops, we spilled our milk, but that's okay. We'll get some paper towels and clean it up. In our classroom, we promote responsibility by encouraging the children to do things for themselves.
At Kinko's, we look for team members who are responsible. We applaud the schools for encouraging children to be responsible.
Working together, we can build something beautiful.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. To find out more about the 3rd annual Teacher Trot taking place on Saturday, May 2nd, go to the www.nhcs.net and click on the icon on the front page of the school system's website. For more information on the College Foundation of North Carolina, go to cfnc.org, or you can call 866-866-2362. You can also schedule a free program with April Morey Query by emailing april.query@cfi.org. Now, if you ever have any questions about the topics discussed here on our show today, please call the School System's Public Relations Office at 254-4180. I'm Sheila Evans, and thanks for joining me today.